around the nation, in Washington, D.C., Congress met in a joint session to certify the presidential election results. It's a procedural event needed before President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration.
Exactly 4 years ago, that process did not go as planned as rioters stormed the Capitol. CNN's Julia Benbrook has more.
It was a snow day for many in Washington, but Congress still met to certify the results of the 2024 presidential election, a process that looked much different than it did 4 years ago, but still brought back memories of the attack that took place here. In just 2 weeks, Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States, marking a significant political comeback.
We've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
A joint session of Congress meeting Monday to certify the Electoral College vote count and finalize Trump's win. A procedural event that didn't receive as much attention until January 6, 2021. 4 years ago, a violent riot at the Capitol interrupted the certification of President Joe Biden's win. Hours before, Trump had addressed his supporters in Washington and repeated falsehoods about the 2020 election.
And so for us to not only be a democracy, but to be the beacon of democracy around the global world, it is incumbent upon us to ensure that events like January 6th from 4 years ago never, in fact, ever happen again.
Over 140 officers were injured during that riot, and the U.S. Attorney in D.C. has charged more than 1,500 people with crimes related to it, 2/3 of whom have pleaded guilty. Additional security measures are in place this year.
We're living in a time of heightened threat environment toward government and elected officials. Our nation's capital is prepared to ensure that the legislative process will proceed without disruption.
For the first time, the Department of Homeland Security has designated the certification as a national special security event. Now, as vice president, Trump's opponent in the race for the White House, Kamala Harris, certified the results, a constitutional duty she called a sacred obligation. Both Harris and Biden have promised a peaceful transition of power. Trump will be sworn in on January 20th. Reporting at the Capitol, I'm Julia Benbrook.